Hey GPS fam, it's Nick here with another community showcase. Before we get into that, take a second to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. It helps us keep making cool content like this. Now, let's get into the video. Hey guys, it's Nick again. We have another Global Showcase here. Today we have another special guest, Jacob Sullivan, aka Jake the Long Kid on Instagram. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Nick?
Doing great, doing great. For the people that may not know you, tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, what got you into landscaping, all that kind of stuff.
So my name is Jacob Sullivan, as Nick said, and I have a YouTube channel and Instagram page called Jake the Lawn Kid. Now, that originated from my old neighbor, Alan Hayden, the lawn care nut, who kind of gave me that special oomph of motivation to get into the space, which I do not regret at all. I love it. And my love for lawn care goes back to when I was really young. I want to say about 7 or 8 years old when I started mowing the lawn as a chore. And I found it very therapeutic and very relaxing. And I was like, I want to do more with this. And as I got older, my dad and Alan were like, you should start a lawn care business. You should get the word out there and you know, turn this into something, you know, monetize the hobby that's calming. And I did it, and here we are 7 years later. We've got a YouTube channel booming with 34,000 subscribers and a business with over 37 mowing accounts and 12 fertilizer accounts lined up for next year. So I'm very, very excited about where we're going.
That's awesome. What area of the country are you from?
Midwest, Northwest Indiana, Illinois area.
Gotcha. We're GPS is located out in Carrollton, Ohio. It's like, I don't know if you know, like Akron area where LeBron was raised, all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure we, deal with the same type of weather stuff. I saw your post about, still being able to do lawn work in December. So we can all be grateful for, I think the weather's finally starting to change, but for a minute there, it was still kind of warm heading into December, which is a cool thing. So we talked, I'm not sure if you saw the other showcase we had with Rooted Lawn Co., also from the Midwest, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, stuff like that. What are some of your favorite things about mowing? What do you find therapeutic about it? Is it something that, you shared with your dad and you kind of want to do it? Or, where do you find peace in the whole process?
Okay, so I think really the therapeutic aspect is just the act of doing it, right? Getting out there and doing something and accomplishing something. It just makes you feel super satisfied with the act of getting it done, especially when you're caring for something that's alive, right? Not a lot of people in the construction industry get to deal with that. So us being in the green industry, getting to manicure something that's live and real and just looks really good when you put that extra love and care into it. It's really rewarding and awesome.
Yeah, cool. Because that's something we see. I mean, I'm not sure if you're very familiar with, barbecue, home cooking stuff, but that's something that side of our market talks about a lot is, like having, seeing what you're doing actually turn into like the end product and stuff like that. So kind of just like you with people barbecuing, you have something, you want to create something different, something that not people are doing. And at the end of the day, it, gives you that sense of, like you said, moving along now. Are you, how many years have you been doing this? Is this, I know you said you started when you were 7 doing it as a chore. What are some things that you've learned through it? Some things, hard things you've gotten through and maybe some stuff in the future you're looking forward to?
I would say one of the things I've learned from it is when you give it your all, you give it your 100%, you could really build something awesome that you could share with your friends and, use it to mentor other people too, who are looking to do something better with their life and, get into a career that's awesome. It's a great way to, especially reach other people my age or younger and show them that, hey, if you simply take the step and go out there and do the work, you can make some pretty interesting strides as a young man.
Gotcha. It's a good way. So do you happen to do, any like snow removal stuff, or is it all kind of just like lawn care, landscaping stuff? Like what are some of the things you look forward to with your business moving into, how cold these winter months can be in the Midwest that we both know.
So, Nick, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a very overly optimistic person. I'm sure my family would tell you that if they were here right now. I don't really find the cold, dark weather to get on me very much. I'm very optimistic on what I could do during this time. Like, for instance, I've pushed Christmas light services in my business this year, and we have been getting new clients left and right that we can get on the list for next year. So yeah, it's a very awesome, lucrative way to make some money in the winter by getting into those services to lighten up not only your day, but everyone else's.
Exactly. There's a lot of, like you kind of turn something that is bad to others and make, you just deal with it. That's something really cool. So what about, other than, lawn care, you're still a kid, what are some other hobbies, interests you have? Or if lawn care is, the only thing, that's cool too, but what else, who is Jake the Lawn Kid outside of Instagram and his huge following on YouTube?
So I would say it's pretty much the same. Now I will say I'm 20 now, so I don't know if I'm really a kid anymore in real life. But, I will say who I am outside of all of that. I think I'd say I'm still the same person. Like I have a very interesting knack for attention to detail. Like everything in my life is immaculate and cleaned, unless it's a garage, which is always a mess. On the business, you know how that goes.
Exactly.
But, yeah, very articulate, and I also like to get out and play golf whenever I get a chance. I love to golf.
Awesome.
This video is powered by Golden Protective Services, the industry leader in restaurant safety products. Not only does Golden Protective provide awesome services for restaurant safety programs, but their products can be used in a variety of settings, such as tattoo shops, home cooking, landscaping, automotive, and more. Visit GPS Gloves today so you can grab a pair of gloves and see for yourself why they are everyone's favorite glove company.
You talk about your garage and everything like that. What are some of your, favorite products you use? Do you have a specific brand of, lawnmower or like hedge trimmers or stuff like that? I see the Tractor Supply hat you have on. What kind of, when you're looking at these different products, I mean, I see it all day on Instagram, different companies trying to do different things, but, use our gloves, that's a company, what are things you look for in a company that make you do what you do?
So to sum it up, I would say quality and longevity of the products.
Gotcha.
And for me as a content creator, I actually do work with a couple of these brands, and that's something that I advise a lot of people to look for too when you're looking to get into that, is not only looking for a quality product, but for something that has longevity. Like I think Steel and Echo, those are great companies that have proven themselves with quality products and that are going to be around for a while as they continue to adapt in the marketplace. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
And I would also say the same about companies like Toro and Snapper, right? So it's not necessarily, which brand is the best, but it's which one is available to you that's going to offer you quality and longevity. That's what I would say.
Cool. So as we start to move into, you're one of our first lawn care people that we got introduced to, started that relationship. What are some ways you use our gloves, whether it be, chemical stuff, or if you use them out in the actual yards? What has been, what makes our product, your job easier? How does our product make your job easier or better in that way?
So I love using them when I spray lawns, especially the orange and green diesel, really good for when you're doing those long spray jobs and you want gloves that are not only going to protect your hands, but not rip like a lot of the cheap gloves. I think they're really good in, durability.
Sweet. So I know, everyone that follows you, everyone that's going to watch this knows, your little thing is the cup of black coffee to go with it.
Yep. Nice cup of black.
How did that get started? Have you always, been into coffee, or has it just been one of those things, you have a big job in the morning and that's kind of what gets you up and going? Or is there a deeper story behind that?
I just love coffee, dude. I've been drinking it for a couple years, and I love the way it makes me feel. It gets the ideas flowing through your head, and I just simply love black coffee. It gets me going,
So to follow up with that, you're not 21 yet per se. But a question we like to ask, these people when we do showcase and everything is, if you could sit down with one person from history and have a drink, or in your case, a cup of coffee with, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. So when we're
Yeah.
talking history, what are we talking in particular?
If you have, any idols or, people you look to up to, like growing up, if you like sports, sports celebrity or someone in the movie industry or anything like that.
Listen, I'm not very familiar with that, but I will say, I'll just say the lawn care nut, because him and I, we could go back and banter and have beers all day.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah. Rooted Lawn Co. said the same thing. He had a hard time, thinking of someone, but, it kind of always just goes back to like the inspiration and everything like that. So that's cool. Do you have any plans for like Christmas? Are you running any specials or just continuing to get your name out there?
We're not in the specials yet. I will say though,
Gotcha.
getting my name out there and making content is my number one priority right now. But
Cool.
we got a booming business, and trying to document that more in
Yeah.
2022 is going to be my priority.
Cool. What has been your biggest challenge so far? You're still young. You have your own business, which not a lot of people your age do.
Mhm.
How, like what's challenging being so young, or if being young is kind of what makes you stand apart? What is that?
I think it's scaling everything, right? Like when you get your first batch of phone calls to come out and do things, and you're trying to figure out, what your route and what your boundary is going to be, because, everywhere you look, there's opportunity, and it's up to you to judge that opportunity. I would say, getting it all down to scale to a point where it works for you as a solo business owner like me,
Mhm.
it can get quite challenging, because you're getting calls from, in my instance, I get a lot of calls from the greater Chicago area to come out and do work, whereas I'm also getting calls from my local subdivision, right? So it's
Yeah.
pretty much all about figuring out which of those opportunities I want to take on and make time for.
Cool. Do you have any plans, of adding more people to your workforce? Do you plan on
Yes.
doing more commercial things, or what's that process kind of looking like?
So down the road, I definitely want to primarily focus on fertility. It's one of my favorite things. It's a,
Cool.
very quick in and out service that has a very high profit margin.
Yeah.
And I do want to add at least one other person to that. I think a 2-person
Cool.
crew with mowing and fertilizer, you can get a lot done in a day, and it's very efficient, very easy oversight.
Cool. I bet. As we head out of this conversation here, do you have any big, jobs that you're working on today? Anything to look forward to, or just today an off day, or what are you getting into today?
Oh, just continuing to crush it with more Christmas lights, man. We're squeezing that money juice out as much as we can. So
Exactly.
making the most out of it.
You got to do it. Well,
That's right.
I want to thank you, being a business owner and doing your whole thing, squeezing in, 15, you're able to talk for 15 minutes about a lot of good things. So I want to thank you for opening up, a window of time. Get out there, stay warm, and keep hustling. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support, and we appreciate it so much. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you very much for having me, Nick.
No problem. We'll see you later.
All right. Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you or someone you know has a story to tell and wants to be entered on our show, shoot us a DM on Instagram or TikTok, and we'll be in touch. Till then, catch all you glove gangsters next time.